video, we are going to study the effect of change of temperature on different states of matter and also the effect of change of pressure. As we know, the states of matter exist as solid, liquid, and gas. If we consider water, it is in liquid form. If we consider solid, water exists as ice. And if we consider gas, it exists as water vapor. Now, what is the effect of change of temperature on the solid? If we consider this figure, then ice is kept in a beaker and the thermometer is also kept in it. The system is an iron stand and the burner flames are littered. So how does the solid change into liquid, and what is this process called? This process is called melting. Basically, what is happening is that when the temperature of solids increase, kinetic energy of particles increases. That means particles start vibrating with greater speed. Energy supplied by heat overcomes the forces of attraction between the particles, and the particles leave their fixed positions and start moving more freely. A stage is reached when solid melts and it is converted into a liquid. So this is the process of melting. Now, what is the melting point? The minimum temperature at which solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. Melting point of a solid is an indication of strength of force of attraction between its particles. What is the SI unit of temperature? The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. And as we all know, 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. Now we come to the fusion process. The process of melting, that is change of solid state into liquid state, is also known as fusion. What do we mean by latent? The meaning of word latent is hidden. During melting, the temperature of system does not change after melting point is reached till all ice melts, as this heat gets used up in changing the state, overcoming the force of attraction between the particles. This heat is called the latent heat. But what is meant by latent heat of fusion? The amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at solid's melting point is called latent heat of fusion. Particles in water at 0 degrees Celsius 273 Kelvin have more energy as compared to particles in ice at same temperature, as water particles possess more latent energy, which was used to overcome the forces holding the solid structure together during melting, resulting in increased kinetic energy of molecules or particles of water. The process of melting and vaporization are comparable. Vaporization is the conversion of liquid state into the gaseous state. Boiling point is the temperature at which liquid starts boiling at atmospheric pressure. Boiling is a bulk, or we can say it is a whole phenomena. Particles from the bulk of liquid gain enough energy to change into vapor state. Now, what do we mean by latent heat of vaporization? The amount of heat required to change 1 kg of liquid at atmospheric pressure at liquid's boiling point is called latent heat of vaporization. As we all know, steam is also called as water vapor. Particles in steam at 373 Kelvin, 100 degrees Celsius, have more energy than water at same temperature. This is because particles in steam have absorbed extra energy in form of latent heat of vaporization. For simplification, this graph can be considered to understand the interconversion of states of matter. On the x-axis, the heat added is there, and on the y-axis, temperature is noted. When the heat is added, obviously the temperature will increase of the solid. This is the process of melting. Note that the temperature of the system remains the same in the melting process. After whole of the melting occurs, that means the whole solid is converted into liquid. Again, the temperature of the systems increases as we further add the heat. Again, this point is the boiling point. Again, in the vaporization process, the temperature of the system is the same. And finally, the gaseous state is reached. What do we mean by sublimation? A change of state from solid to gas without changing into liquid state is called sublimation. So it means in sublimation, the solid is directly converted into the gaseous state. In deposition, direct change of gas to solid without changing into liquid is done. Now let us consider the effect of change of pressure on the states of matter. Difference in various states of matter is due to difference in distances between the constituent particles. Applying pressure and reducing temperature can liquefy gases, as shown in this figure. In this figure, this is a piston. Sorry, this is a cylinder and this is a piston. And we are applying pressure and reducing temperature. As the piston is moving downward, we are applying pressure and reducing temperature, and the gas is further liquefied. Solid CO2, carbon dioxide, also called dry ice. Dry ice is stored under high pressure as it converts to gaseous state on decrease of pressure without coming to liquid state. So if we consider summary of this video, we can draw this figure. Solid, here is liquid, and here is gas. This is called fusion. This is called vaporization. This is called condensation. And this is called solidification. This is called sublimation. and this is called deposition. Thank you.